In this lecture, I will define the section properties. So in order to define the section properties, you just simply need to go to this button here, it is define, and from here you can click on this section properties and click on frame section. After clicking on that one, you will see that we have these sections available. Okay, we have this lot of section available, so we don't need that sections. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to delete, click on delete multiple properties. So you can select all these properties by left clicking and dragging on them, and just simply click on delete selected frame. Okay, and after that click on OK. Now you can see that we have these two members are left, so you can just click on delete properties. But you can see that you cannot leave all these frames empty. Okay, at least there should be a one frame should be here, so we are going to delete this frame after we will define our frame. Okay, so what I will do is, first of all, in frame, you know that in frame we have our beam and column. So first of all, let's define our beam. So in order to do that, you just simply need to click on add new property, and after clicking on that one, you will see you will get these options, that whether you want to add a concrete rectangular or you want to go with any other section. Okay, so right now I will go with this concrete rectangular section, and from here in the concrete as well you will get these options, that whether you need a rectangular section, whether you need a circular section, whether you need this T section or I section. Okay, so right now I will click on this button. Okay, rectangle section, and from after clicking on that one, you will see that you will get these property names. So I will call it as main beam. Okay, main beam. Okay, and from here you have to choose the material. Okay, so basically this is, you can see that all these things are gray are the concrete material. So if you go here and click on M20, but if you go here and click on the steel material, okay, if you choose the here and go click on as steel, you will see that right now these this shows that you have selected the steel section. Okay, so if you go to concrete, then you can see the changes from here. Okay, so now that we have selected the material as M25, and after that what you can see here is that again you can choose the concrete rectangular, because we know that the beam is not of a rectangular section. Okay, and from here you have to enter the depth and width value. So I will take the depth here as let's say 450. Okay, I'm taking these values from my experience. Okay, you don't need to worry about that, you have to start from somewhere, and if it goes well, that's okay. If it fails, then you just simply need to replace that section. Okay, we will talk about these things later. So our depth will be 450, the width I will take as 300. Okay, and from here you have to go to reinforcement. Okay, we will talk about this property modifiers in the high-rise building design. Okay, we will talk about these property modifier in high-rise building design. So right now we are not going to look into that one. Okay, so what you have to do next, you just simply need to click on reinforcement. Okay, so let's look at the reinforcement. So after clicking on that one, first the type is, okay, so the first one is design type, and from here you have to click on M3 design, because obviously this is a beam, and you can see here that it is for beam. Okay, so now that we have selected this one, let's go ahead and select our longitudinal bar. So our longitudinal bar is HYSD 415, and confinement bar is also HYSD 415. So from here you can see the clear cover. Okay, so I will take the clear cover as 25 mm, and the bottom bar as well 25 mm. And now that we have set these things, you can see that reinforcement area override for the ductile beams, as we are not going to do any kind of override, so you can just simply leave these as it is. Okay, and after that just simply click on OK, and after that click on OK. So now you can see here that we have successfully defined our main beam. Okay, now what you can do is you can go here click on this one, that is ISLB 600, and you can delete the property and click on yes. So now you can see here that right now we have only our main beam. Okay, now that we have selected our main beam, it's time to add a new property. So after adding the beam, I will add the column. So for that I will do the same thing, click on add new property, click on concrete, and from here property name will be column. Okay, so I will take the column here as okay, it will be better if you just mention the size here. Okay, but right now we have, as we have the same size of the column I will use, and the same size of same size of a beam I'm going to use, so that's why I'm not mentioning the dimension here. Okay, so after that a property name, let's choose the material, so this will be M25. Okay, and after that let's change this depth and width. So I will take the depth as 400, width as 400. So basically this is a square column. Okay, now that we have done this thing, let's go to this modify show rebar. After clicking on that one, you can see that it is already selected as column, so we don't need to make any kind of change. You just simply need to click on longitudinal bar, and from here choose HYSD 415, from here HYSD 415. Okay, so now after that you can see that it is selected as rectangular, confinement bar is ties, and check or slash design. So as you all know that we are going to design this building, so the right now it is selected as reinforcement to be designed. Okay, so from here you can choose this section. You can see that clear cover of the confinement bar, it is selected as 40. The number of longitudinal bar in 3 directions. So if you look at this one, that this is the 3 direction, or you can say that this is X and this is Y. So along this direction, this is number of confinement bar is 3. Okay, you can see that 1, 2 and 3, and along 2 direction it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to make this 3 or 3, you just simply need to go ahead and click on 3, and now you can see that everything will be changed. After that I will click on OK. Okay, so it is 3, 3. You can select the longitudinal bar size and area, it is already selected. So as we are going to design, okay, so we don't need to bother much more about these settings. Okay, so after that you just simply need to click on OK. So now you can see here that it is selected here number of bar in this direction as 3 and in this direction 3. So this is exactly what I want to tell you. Okay, so now that we have set up for the column as well, we just simply need to click on OK. Okay, so our column is also defined. Now let's define one more beam here, and that will be mid landing beam for our staircase. Okay, so for that let's go, and again if I will click here, okay, I will click main beam, and I can easily go here and add a copy of that property, so that it will take every settings from the reinforcement automatically. You can see that it has taken everything automatically, so I don't need to change that thing. I just simply need to modify the property name and the depth and width. Okay, so I will name it as mid landing beam. Okay, and from here material will be M25, and in this case I will take the depth here as 300 and the width here as 300 mm. Okay, so now that we have done this thing, just simply click on OK. So as you can see here, where that we have defined 3 frame properties, our column, our main beam, and our mid landing beam for the staircases. Okay, so now that we have done this thing, you just simply need to click on OK. Now it's time to define our slab. So we have our slab for the floors, and we have our slab for the staircases. Okay, so for that just simply go to define, and after that you just need to go on section properties, and from here you can see that we have this slab section. After clicking on that one, you will see that there is some slab is defined here, so it will be better if we just modify that one. So after click on this one and click on modify show properties. So I will name it as slab. Okay, and the material will be, I will take as M25, and the modeling tab will be shell thin, and the type will be slab, and I will take the thickness of slab as 130 mm. Okay, and after that I will just simply click on OK. So now that I have added the slab, I can add a copy of this one. Okay, like that we have done this earlier. So just simply click on add a copy of property. So this time I will call this as staircase slab. Okay, and after that I will increase the thickness to 150 mm. Okay, after verifying this, just simply click on OK. Okay, and after that click on OK. So this is how you have to define the section properties.